Hello, everybody, and welcome to another live reaction from MinnMax. MinnMax is a place about games, friends, and getting better. My name is Ben Hanson. Thank you for being here. I am not alone. I'm joined by the one and only Ana Diaz.
What's up? Hi, everyone.
They call her the queen of games coverage. They yell it from the rooftops.
Yeah, they're screaming right now. I can hear the crickets in the background.
There's literally crickets and two men and another man who might be dead fishing. Welcome. This is the big Xbox Games Showcase. Going to be starting in a couple minutes here, but we're not alone. We're joined by one Charles McGregor. Welcome, sir.
Hello, hello.
Did you color your lights in the background green to look like you're inside a giant Xbox Series X?
Yeah, of course. I make it, you know.
That's awesome.
Goodness sake.
It's very stylish. You're not messing around because you have your own YouTube channel now where you're cranking out awesome videos. You want to give a plug for that? What's the URL?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I am doing a YouTube channel where I'm talking about game development stuff and random assortment of things. And I guess, yeah, just look up either Charles McGregor or at DarkHazeTG on YouTube.
DarkHazeTG. Yeah, Charles, it's been a while. You've been busy. We did the Deepest Dive in Last of Us Part 2. And you were on the MinnMax show. You've been on a bunch of stuff here and there, but then just recently you launched a game that you worked on, TMNT Tactical Takedown, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is wild that I worked on a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Definitely was not on my bingo board where I was like, yeah, I'll just go, you know, work on a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, no problem. Because I believe it was just last year I was playing Shredder's Revenge.
Oh,
and I was
awesome.
like, man, this is a lot of fun. And then I saw the opportunity. I was like, maybe
It's too good.
And it worked out.
Yeah, but we're glad to have you here because you got some game development insight, and then also, I mean, you worked pretty closely with Microsoft and Xbox. You were on Game Pass with your game Hyperdot. It's not on Game Pass anymore, right?
It is not on Game Pass anymore, but yes, I have worked closely with Xbox and stuff with Hyperdot.
And now, correct me if I'm wrong, and Ana, I forget if you were there, but Ana, were you at the launch party for Hyperdot?
I think so. I went to a few different Hyperdot parties, and so I'm assuming one of them was the launch party.
Okay.
Yes, I think Ana was actually there, yeah.
Okay, but Sarah Bond came to that, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
No, not Sarah Bond. There was another...
Who was the Xbox rep that was there?
I'm blanking on the person.
You know what, then? Never mind.
Yeah, I know. I'm just terrible.
But I remember being like, wow, that's sweet that they flew out to St. Paul for the launch of this indie game. Not that Hyperdot wasn't the biggest game in the world, but it felt like, hey, look at them go. This is really supporting indie devs in a huge way.
Yeah. Oh no, they were great to work with.
And that's what we're here to look at today is Microsoft's suite of indie games. No, presumably this is going to be a bunch of their biggest games.
I hope.
I mean, beyond Silksong, I don't want to say the cursed words, but we'll see.
No.
I think this is going to be a good spread. I think we got an hour of Xbox games, and then it's going to be an Outer Worlds 2 kind of exploration, kind of deep dive into that. Not the deepest dive. They're kind of cowardly, but they'll take a deepish dive into this whole thing. But
a shallow, a kiddie pool, maybe.
Yeah,
level.
but it's 20% PP as well.
Mm.
We'll see how that goes. But hey, I think if I had to try and figure out what I'm most excited about, Everwild, Rare's new game, I'm very curious about if they show more. And then Perfect Dark. If I see more Perfect Dark gameplay here, I'll be happy. Good God!
Whoa. Okay.
Let us know what the volume is, everybody, when an atomic bomb is not going off. Here we go.
Surprise.
Xbox said you can't be excited about Perfect Dark.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, they're just no more Perfect Dark talk.
Just cool it. It's narrative focus, so, lower the expectations. Oh, is this? Oh, okay. Open with it, sure.
Do you think I care that the colony is in disarray? We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our
So
side
you got some
through the power
Splatoon
of capitalism.
gameplay in here.
They got it. They recruited it.
Some wet stuff, some splashing stuff.
Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory!
It's kind of the Microsoft motto recently. Go.
I just want to see more of that cute little dragon. Like,
Yeah.
give me the little pet sim in this, you know?
Yeah. He's probably going to be on the ship. You can go play with him between missions.
Yeah.
That seems about right.
Feed it, pet it, yep.
Yep. And he's going to grow throughout it as well.
Every last bit that I save is intended for you.
I don't want to set these.
They just have a Death Star?
Ooh, I think so.
A steampunk Death Star.
Okay.
Love it.
Melee looks a lot better.
The cost may be high.
What?
A
What?
kaiju?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, count me in.
You just changed the shape?
All right, I'm sold.
Do you think we freed the kaiju or we are?
I think you can just like change the size of enemies.
Take one that's brand new, 'cause I'm yearning for you.
All right. Wow, they're sticking with this year. Like Avowed and
Adventure made for
this in the same
capitalism
year from
by
Obsidian is
capitalism.
wild.
Staying busy.
Inflate our impressions and egos by staying tuned after the showcase.
You got it, buddy.
Xbox Play Anywhere.
World premiere.
I genuinely had to look at you, Charles, to see if that was you saying it sarcastically.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
You know,
Is
we
this
fix
aliens couples
Human's a-
therapy? No, absolutely. Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. High on Life 2? Is that what we're working with here?
Get
Yeah, looks like it.
It's... Okay. It's weird to have it look like gameplay, but it's clearly pre-rendered compared to the
Yeah.
last game.
Yeah,
this
and
is
I don't think that they showed the little. They didn't say it was captured. I don't think. I don't know.
Odd one to open with. You-
I mean, this is technically not the opening. I'm just saying.
But it's a prime real estate lot.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
What is-
We got the pill.
Humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
Okay. Now, is what's his name going to be involved with this again? The Rick and Morty
Yeah.
co-creator? Because he's not involved with that
But-
show anymore, right? Like,
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
my doubts.
Yeah.
I forget what their messaging was about him for the
World
first game.
premiere.
In-engine footage. I feel like we're getting so many different kinds of like variations.
You gotta learn the language, yeah.
Yeah.
What does this mean? Climbing game?
Looks like it.
White knuckle.
Chat's guessing Plague Tale.
Plague Tale?
It It does kind of have the visual look to it.
I'm not doing the Plague Tale from this shot.
Plague Tale Origins.
Plague Tale Climbing Origins.
Are those rats?
I'm looking.
There's gotta be a rat somewhere.
Maybe we're going bugs instead of rats this time. Like locusts.
Yeah, I can see it. And that's a locust.
Definitely. It's a Minotaur locust. It's a really rare breed of locust.
Oh, it is Plague Tale!
Oh,
all right!
my
Wow.
goodness. Chat.
I wouldn't have been able to
Amazing.
pull that out, to be honest.
Amazing. Way to go,
That's
chat.
awesome. Yeah.
Plague
Did
Tale.
they win a prize, Ben?
Yeah, we'll send you something nice. Plague Tale Legacy? Okay.
I guess.
Okay, we got the Daft Punk opening, right? No, Justice.
Justice.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait.
The handheld!
Stop.
Yeah! Ish. I don't like looking at hands like that, but
No, you don't?
no.
This doesn't do it for you?
Now, though. Wait, give me a gaming handheld that I can just sink my hands into.
All right. So this is the one that's Asus that they're partnering with, I presume?
We'll probably see a logo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the robot.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
probably
there
see
you
a
go.
logo. We should just say things and then they'll just happen.
Yeah.
Silksong, we said it.
Oh,
You can't put that on there.
Should be screaming in the mic. Sorry, mic text for non-Silksong. Okay.
I
Oh
mean-
my god.
I assume that's new gameplay.
Like people who haven't bought the Switch 2 yet, very curious to see how this.
That is diabolical. Wait, whoa. Okay. Freedom of Windows. So they're showing, okay. That's interesting. Sure, there's sore faces on there.
I love how Silksong's getting like the really major feature on this
Oh,
reveal.
yeah.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that they have news, right?
They've gotta. They
At
can't tease
Xbox,
that.
We
I
strive to put the player
So-
first. And that's what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross-progression.
I want that
We
shirt.
deliver Game Pass, first on console, then on PC, and with cloud gaming.
Don't worry.
So what's next?
And you can buy
How
this
can we give you
shirt
even more freedom,
today.
more choice,
This
more
shirt
ways
is an
to play?
Xbox.
Our next step is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience
Excuse me, don't
designed
mind me.
for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device.
I feel like this is a
The
big
Xbox
kind
Ally
of
is an Xbox you can hold
response
in
to
your
Nintendo
hands,
being like,
bringing together
people who
the
can't play
power
old
of
games,
Xbox
but
and the freedom of Windows.
want
On
to.
this Xbox, you can play games
Also
across your entire
PlayStation.
library,
Yeah.
including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect.
Okay.
And the highly anticipated Hollow Knight Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the
Wow.
Ally
Holy-
releases later
Wow.
this year. In fact,
Holy shit.
every new game you see in
Dang.
today's show
Sorry,
That
will
I'm
was-
not
be playable
sorry.
on the
I have one
Xbox
curse
Ally.
word for Silksong reveal.
We have always wanted you to have
So
a
sorry.
unique experience of Xbox on any screen. That's why we're investing in Xbox Play Anywhere.
Do I mean?
Whether you're playing on console, PC, smart TV, or any Windows
You can be this
handheld like the
guy.
new Xbox Ally, the Xbox experience roams with you. Your library, progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox Play Anywhere games on Xbox today. And every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere. And because it's
playable and on
Xbox,
the Ally. That's
you can
interesting.
always have access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom
Indiana
we believe
Jones, they had
players
to do it.
should
They
have.
had to do the joke.
Any game, anywhere. And we are giving it our all every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our
Dead to
relationship
Rights
with Bandai
reference.
Namco
I know.
Entertainment has
She's
stood the test of
legit.
time.
She's a gamer.
We both believe
You passed
bringing
the test.
amazing
The gates have been
experiences to players
opened.
around the world. And their next
Passed
game does
through.
exactly that. From Rebel Wolf Studio, This is a story-rich action RPG steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Are we going right into a trailer for that? The Blood of Dawn Walker. Oh. Okay, yeah. So this is from the director of Witcher 3.
Okay.
Which is now it's almost 10 years. Yeah.
Monsters have always been here, watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives, but we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead.
They got the soundtrack.
Vampire Origins.
Their worst nightmare.
I still want to bite you, buddy.
It's a step too far. You know, it's kind of intimate.
It is. I don't want to do that.
Trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand.
So we got like a part vampire story.
It all. He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
2026. What?
You know how the world fears vampires, Charles?
I mean, you're right.
It's like #1 fear in the world?
Yeah. Just behind no Silksong release.
That's right. All right. Okay, there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It seems so. This is a vampire who can walk in the light, is what I'm assuming. Dawn Walker, like.
I guess. So it's kind of like a Blade thing.
That's what I was getting from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with
Okay.
Xbox's Blade they're also making. Okay.
Hell yeah, now we're talking.
It's going to be a twist.
I love the juxtaposition.
Just waiting. Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
I'm confused.
Are we getting a 3D Meat Boy?
That'd be awesome. Oh, wow. Okay.
We are.
Looks like it. Sure looks
Interesting.
like it.
Huh.
Okay.
I feel like
so
Meat Boy Forever kind of came and went. There wasn't that much excitement about that one. That was such a weird development, so it's cool to see it back.
Yeah.
In, 3D world.
Was not expecting this.
Oh, and they still have it there.
Got the sounds. How many times do we gotta see his jaw? Cool. Interesting.
Because, you know.
All right.
Game Studio presents.
Watch your back, Yakumo.
Oh, Ninja
You're
Gaiden 4?
a criminal now.
I'll kill the Dark Dragon myself. It's my mission. My duty as a Raven Ninja.
Sounds a little bored to be a ninja.
Breaking the Dark Dragon
Yeah,
free
it's
has
like-
its consequences.
Doing the most violent, intense act imaginable. It's like, this is fun.
I guess I'll wake up.
This is it. Sayori.
If I could swing a hammer like that, I would be making sure everyone around
There's
me
something I need your help
Knows
with.
that I can do it.
Aging poorly in chat says, how is Meat Boy the least violent trailer so far? That is weird.
It really says something about society, right?
What the hell? The ghost in a shark's mouth?
Oh my gosh. It's the going Sharknado. I love sharks in video games though. Can I like level with everyone?
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Arkham City. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Blood.
No.
There you go.
Mean.
October. I forget if we had that date before.
Or yeah, did we?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I have not been paying too close of attention to Ninja Gaiden 4.
Stop developing games and start looking at Ninja Gaiden 4, Charles.
You're right. What am I doing?
Oh, the DLC. It's like Order of the Giants or whatever.
Here we go.
Good luck, Indy.
What are you doing, Jones? Are you crazy?
Oh yeah. I'm so curious where this takes place.
This is where it starts.
Oh.
And that's where it takes place.
Beneath the streets of Rome.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's go.
Wow, really?
Enter the
One of the
city of
answers. We
Antioch.
really should just say things.
Find the secret relic.
We just,
Bring
you know,
it
we're
back
actually
to the
watching this
Holy
like
See.
5 minutes in advance of like
Defend the secret. They worshipped the giants.
Cool.
Okay.
Perfect.
Cute.
Circle of Giants, September. I think it was Jeffem's joke during the rapid fire, where it was Order of the Giants. Is it biggest to smallest? That was Jeffem's joke.
Oh.
World premiere.
And it's timeless.
Oh.
If you didn't like it, blame Jeffem. I didn't make the joke. Jeffem put it in there.
All right.
はるか昔この国に輪廻の獣が現れた輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる
This feels inspired by something. I can't quite put my finger on.
It's giving like
Oh my
Princess
god!
Mononoke. Game Freak.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Game Freak's Princess Mononoke.
I just keep. I've been genuinely surprised like a couple times. I was not expecting to be surprised.
Wow.
Okay?
Okay, Game
I'm
Freak.
so fucking here for this.
Yeah.
What the?
I hope we can do things other than fight the things though. Like I hope we can like pacify them.
You can
Maybe not.
Pokemon them.
Maybe
Yeah.
Capture them.
Yeah.
西暦4026
Oh,
年
of course.
人類は滅亡を待つのみ
So this is the one that was going to be published by Private Division, right? I think. So I'm curious who's publishing it now. Is that the name? Okay, cool.
封じ子エマお前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす
I feel like I'm getting all kinds of vibes from this. Like a little bit of Nier, a little bit of like the Princess Mononoke, like Beast in the Forest vibes, like
Yeah.
some good old samurai stuff.
Some Neo.
There's a in the lower right. There's a name Fictions. Is that the publisher then?
Oh,
I've never heard what Fictions is.
The glittering streets of Avalon sure do shine, because they swoop their filth down to us.
This is from the Wasteland team, right?
Oh yeah.
What was it called again? Is it called like Steam Deck? It's called
Steampunk deck.
Yeah.
Let's have a serious conversation here. When are we getting this steampunk themed
Yeah, exactly.
Steam deck?
They're scared.
Yeah.
Oh, Clockwork.
No one will be
Here ain't
brave.
for the soft-hearted.
Clockwork. Thank you.
You will
That's
be
what it's
paying
called.
me
Okay.
back until you
Or something like that.
It ain't
Hey, you
for
love
the
sharks in games.
spineless.
Another shark.
Oh my goodness.
And as sure as shite ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for one.
And you wanted more knobs in games, right, Charles?
Yeah.
Myself has been affronted. I have been burgled.
Lord Griswick.
Burgled!
Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill?
I'm just
We
staring
can't
at the
arrest
shoe's
and
feathers,
question
not gonna lie.
everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit. They were, trust your instincts, sir. Tall, yes, sir.
Built rather slim, well, muscular.
Cool, okay.
Was very quick, agile.
Go on.
With a mustache. No, larger.
I see.
Quite fashionable. That's the fiend who robbed me.
That's a
Got
fun
my good
character
side
creator.
this time. Breaking in is the easy part.
Sure. Okay.
Your brandy, sir.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
These candlesticks ain't gold. Worthless and dull, just like you. Nah, I have a customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol. Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say touchy.
There. Anything else you'd care to say to Errol? Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here, it's all sharp edges, empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
Pretty talented.
I'll hurt you, you fucking meatsack. I'll leave you with a pissing pad of
Is
peaches.
that Stranding 2?
You'd either got a gang at your back, or a knife in it.
We're family here. Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
The blankest stare ever of
They
those
don't
ladies being
keep
murdered.
order. They keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
So it's like a role-playing
They just
game
want us
in a
beaten.
city.
Yep.
Broken. And too scared to
I'm
fight
missing
back.
it.
You got it.
Steampunk. I do like that robot guy,
That's
not
why
gonna
I
lie.
used to be
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
kill it immediately.
Let's go and end a few arguments. Don't get cocky. They've got a
an
weapon
odd
far
strategy.
worse.
yeah. I mean, it was a show off.
And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us.
Okay.
But look who just found Mummy's keys. Now I can
Yes,
fiddle with
he
Tommy.
found Muppets.
You know, jury's still
Put
out.
the
Not
bullet
sure
back in the
who
barrel.
found Mother's keys.
Wow,
Bring
there's
the
like kind
chaos
of a
to a
lot
crawl.
here. So we're
Take a
role
mistake
playing,
and make
we're
it like
in a
it never
city,
happened.
we have little portal towers,
Yeah.
We can
we're
change
shooting.
the world as we know
That
it.
seems cool.
Yeah.
One choice at a time. And I can even
Different
go
times,
back
but it's
and
not
change
just-
the past to change the
See?
future. And let me tell you, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
Change the future?
You know what I really hope this means? I hope this means that like I don't need to save scum to like make good decisions, and it's just built
Right.
into the game.
Right. That's a good point. Yeah, that would be cool.
Just like build that into the game. Like
Yep.
no one needs to look up guides. Just
Just know it.
yeah. Okay.
Now
Fun.
let me
In due
alone
time.
and piss off.
All right. Sorry, did I miss a date on that one?
It just said in due time.
In due time.
Okay.
Our creative teams are dedicated to bringing players award-winning, record-breaking, critically acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom, The Dark Ages from Bethesda, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios. All of our teams across Xbox First Party are shipping their most played games ever, and they're also delivering more content than ever before. From original single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of.
And then we might shut them down.
We want our players to have the choice and flexibility of where and how they play the games our teams make. So of course, our games will be available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox Play Anywhere. On behalf of our creative teams, thank you. These experiences don't stop when you put down the controller.
Yes.
As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through TV and film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records.
Of course,
and brought
the chicken
millions
jockey.
of players
Throw the
into the
popcorn,
game.
everyone's got it.
We have more projects in the works as gaming continues to influence film and television like never before.
I hope they adapt that Indiana Jones
When
game
it
in their
comes
movie.
to
That'd be pretty
growing
good.
new franchises, Obsidian is having a year like no other. From launching a blockbuster new game like Avowed to the upcoming release of The Outer Worlds 2 this October. Obsidian is always delivering great games, and they have a third game launching this year. We'll get to go deeper on it in our Direct.
I'm
but
so
until then,
worried
let's take a
for
look.
the people at Obsidian. Like, have they just like sized up like massively?
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
Well, it's probably something along the lines of Pentiment again.
Oh.
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast. With new flexible legs, the yoke girth action figure can ride anything.
Yoked girth.
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers
Grounded
were
2?
miniaturized against their will and left to fight for their survival in the backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle, and Dr. Tully when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts are also unknown.
You gotta keep them separated.
All right. All right. This is unexpected.
Yeah, we're definitely not seeing this one coming.
But it's just going to be early access this year, probably, right?
If they were following the same model.
Yeah. Wow, okay. Jesus. Game preview.
Okay. Yeah, game preview. There it is.
Wow. That is wild for that studio.
The predecessor, ND3500, reached.
How's the volume, everybody?
Predecessor's travel log. Attempting data
Game preview is
salvage.
Xbox's early access. Blue Bear. Oh, this is Chronos or whatever?
Unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition.
The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area is highly unusual. They become exceptionally aggressive.
anything.
It's too much flesh for one trailer.
Yeah.
Ooh. Sorry, I can barely watch this.
Yeah, cover up the flesh. Put like a bikini over some of that wall or something.
Oh
Sorry, I put black bar.
Consistently. In coordination.
Destroying the nest is now a priority.
Such is our calling. Such is our calling.
Did they look out that little hole?
I was gonna say that's kind of a cool mask.
Yeah.
Hole. Mask hole?
Mask hole, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like it's more for speaking.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Maybe they can see out through it all. It just doesn't look like you can see through it.
Okay.
You know. I'm so
There's
sorry. I'm
actually
gonna be
cameras
quiet
on
now.
the outside.
Yeah. A little Koopa Troopa.
Brutal legend. Elder Scrolls Online? Okay. Interesting choice. Here you go. This is what you want from the Game Freak game, Anna.
Literally. Just give me a pet caretaking MMO, a dress up and pet caretaking MMO, and you won't see me for years.
They have you in their sights with this specific trailer.
Yeah.
Apple bobbing? Okay, even more so. And a cat in a hat.
Adventure.
Okay. I'm so there.
They have had so many trailers for this game over the last 10 years. It's fun to see them still try and carve out something new. Interesting. Okay. Writhing wall. Nice.
Okay.
You know what? I liked hearing that song for a couple minutes. Like, you know, what more could you ask for? Other than a worm cult.
World premiere.
Fantastic Four?
Mayday! Mayday! Code 1 to mission control, we're falling! Thomas, the ship's breaking apart! There's no time! Evacuate! Now! Thomas, come in!
Ariane, you sacrificed everything for a new world to save mankind. And I'll always love you for that.
We got the music.
Snog. I know. I was like. I can't help but laugh a little bit.
I can't.
It's so serious.
Yeah. Why am I picturing Kyle Bossman singing this song? Was that an Easy Allies podcast? He's trying to remember the name of it and he was singing it over and over again? Help me out, chat.
Yeah, that looks really tough.
Thomas,
I wouldn't
wherever
sign
you
up
are,
to do that.
Ophelia.
I'll find you.
Thomas.
Oh, Thomas.
There he is.
Thomas might be dead.
You know,
they really going through it.
I don't need a game to have an infinite budget, but I feel like that's a real tough piece of animation to show off of, like, barely, like, not the best.
World premiere.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been
We got Offspring, we got ska, we got it all.
Much like the caretaker. He's a little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the Grand, a hotel famous across the land.
What is this game?
I don't know. I'm kind of like digging it though.
This is Blueprints 2.
Oh.
That's Green Prince.
Green Prince?
Yellow Prince. It's kind of confusing at this point.
Blues Prince?
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, is this House Flipper?
So, my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel. He was helping
Looks
the
like
entire
a
village.
building restoration game.
Wow,
like a town
You
restoration.
can pick up where he left off.
Yes.
You seem
Wait,
like a
I
good man.
love this. This is so fun. So I feel like so many of like
I'm
the Flipper
also
games are
start to
kind of like generic, standard,
Just make
simmy.
sure the locals don't get wind of
But
what you're
this
really
has got a
up
little
to.
character to
Yep,
it.
put some personality in there.
Because if they find out, they will wicker man
Beetlejuice?
your ass.
You keep looking into things, and things are gonna start looking back. Don't make the same mistake your father made. In this place,
Okay.
the only one you can really trust is me.
Cute. It's also a musical.
I know.
We got house flipping, musical antics,
We got some Coraline.
secret passageways.
Yeah, this seems cool. There are no ghosts at the Grand.
Okay.
All right. Who's making it? Friday, Sunday? That's not the name of a studio. That is interesting. I want to see what that team has done before.
Right.
There are as many gods in the world
Age of Mythology?
as there are stars in the heavens, and when we need their help, they send us a hero.
The Chinese expansion?
The defender of my homeland would be my daughter.
Oh yeah.
She unlocked the heavenly spear.
It's like a new campaign.
Is she worthy?
Oh my gosh. All right. Awesome. Jesus. All right. That is exciting. That is exciting. I haven't played with the Chinese expansion yet, but oh my god, fantastic.
Are you a big Age of Mythology
I
head
am.
then?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of my favorite games ever, and it's one of those that's like, oh, the remaster was great. I just need to spend more time with it. But all right, this is probably the kick in the pants I need. That's sweet. Slight goosebumps, you guys. But I can't hear that song and not have goosebumps. It's kind of like how you feel with Now and Forever. You know, you get goosebumps every time.
Yeah, I actually still have
만약 이
goosebumps.
결정에 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단에 이익을 줘야 한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때 자신만의 온전한 입장을 세울 수 있지 않을까. 당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가? 그렇게 믿고 있거나 믿고 싶을 뿐.
Splinter Cell fans. Oh my God, Splinter Cell fans. Interesting. A Japanese Splinter Cell.
당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는지.
Big Splinter Cell fan. So.
Okay.
당신의 분노는 스스로 결정합니다.
Korean, thank you.
누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다. 지정태.
Do you know the goggles? Alright. The goggles were very close to making a sound. Mudang 2 hearts. Alright, interesting.
Okay.
That's an angle. Sure. Sure, make that game. Greenlit.
World premiere.
E ora Olaien lo ite fatili. Novo.
Sequel to Planet of Lana or whatever?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Muite unanite waeora. Dia novo tu alibemo iwa lotaname. Ona otalima di efemo. Teonami. Toma tu accalio, terali.
Alright. Don't eat him. Give him superpowers? Interesting. Children of the Leaf.
Okay.
I think Kyle played through all of that. I started it and wanted to like it more with that first one, but all
Now
right.
you can like the sequel.
That's what sequels are for?
Yeah, that's what the sequels are for. And then you can go back and be like, I appreciate this game more.
I see what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Bethesda. Oh, is this going to be... Oh. Of course it's Fallout 76. Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping we're getting new Blade footage.
Well, hello there. Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing hole, wouldn't you say? When it comes to fishing, Appalachia is a land aswim with opportunity. Yes, you'll find fish of all flavors in every walk of waterway, from its mightiest of rivers to its humblest of ponds. Just step up to the bank, cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards.
Okay.
What do you got on there, Jed? Worms. And how are they biting today?
See for yourself.
Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job.
So selling their
There are
online
as
games
many
with
unique
fishing
combinations
and
of
raising
rods,
pets. Like,
reels,
that's the
baits,
marketing
as there are
strategy at this
fish
point.
in the sea.
Yeah, that is.
And
Yeah.
when you've caught your fill,
what they got.
pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails. Can you smell that? No matter what troubles plague the future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this. You just gotta know where to look. Vault Life is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise. A place to show off all the bits and bobs you collect in your travels. Got a green thumb? Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout.
Ah, community makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
How many times do they say the word Appalachia?
Appalachia.
Gone fishing. Get it?
Hey, that's not bad. Come on, chat, that's not bad.
Hey.
Come on, give it up.
A dad that they had to find a bunch of dads to title that DLC.
Yeah, that's like 40 dad power.
Update.
Yeah.
Solo
Okay,
leveling.
slow down. What is solo leveling? That's an anime?
The solo leveling is a Korean comic series.
Wow, okay.
And now anime. It's like super popular.
Thank you for being here, Ana.
Yeah,
Yes.
it won like anime of the year this year at the Crunchyroll Awards. So it's like definitely a big thing.
Okay.
So this got to be someone trying to build off that hype.
So we should have bigger smiles on our faces while watching this part?
I think this is an appropriate smile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta have the word arise in there.
Yeah. Apparently that's the quota.
Solo leveling arise overdrive. Oh, video
Hell yeah.
games. All right.
Names.
Words on the screen. We got it.
World premiere.
We got it. We're impressed. Uh-oh. This belonged in Wholesome Games Direct. They got it in the wrong showcase.
Oh no!
Let me watch it. Let me watch it. It looks awesome. This is awesome. Video games rule.
This would be like Pal World 2 or some Pal World spin-off
God,
thing.
look at how cute. Yes, someone heard me screaming from my bedroom.
So, are these Pal World pals, everybody? Do you recognize these folks?
No, they're not. They're not. But wait.
Alpha Tubster. That was me back in college. Chubby era. Oh, okay. This is Animo, you guys.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Animo.
It is so hard to do good
Hey,
creature
what's up,
design,
everyone?
though.
It's Tony
Like,
Hawk Pro Skater. I just
yeah.
want to say thanks to everyone for all the love and support we've seen since we announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 a few months ago.
Can't go on
These
my
games have
monster
changed
spiel,
my
'cause
life.
Tony Hawk's
but
here
more than
now.
that,
Smart.
I've seen them help spread a
World's
love
greatest
and
monster.
appreciation for skating all over the world. And that means everything
What is
to
that
me and the
skateboard
team.
on the wall?
I can't wait for you all to experience the game. It's been
Tony Hawk's Pro
rebuilt
Skater
with so
3 and
much
4.
care and attention to detail.
I
With
don't
some
know what it
brand new
says,
cars,
but it looks like
new
it's
music,
chiseled out
new
of obsidian.
skaters,
It's like
and more. And you can enjoy it all with your
You know,
friends.
it's a
with up to
wall-hanging
8 players in
skateboard. It's not
multiplayer.
like a-
Okay.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th.
you can-
we have a lot
you
more
could make
surprises
it
to come. Check
a
out the launch trailer
non-wall-hanging
now.
skateboard.
How so?
You can try very, very hard.
Okay. Oh, hi, Game Informer.
Hey.
Are you gonna make a big deal about Bam Margera being in this again, in this trailer? Seems like the place you'd have to do it. There you go.
Watch it, mate.
There we go, of course. All right, you gotta do it. Oh boy, what year is it? Hey!
Oh my goodness.
It's your boys, Charles!
Oh my goodness.
You tell
and
me
I'm
you
here
didn't
to
know.
announce that
Mocap for Michelangelo. Oh, cool. That's a cool level. Okay.
Yep.
Gotta do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, demo out now. Cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited. I really do enjoy the Tony Hawk games, and 1 and 2 is amazing.
For sure. I just got that on my
World
Steam Deck the
premiere.
other day. I was playing it again. This isn't Neva. Oh. Wait, they just released 33 Immortals earlier this year. So the fact that they're doing more?
I mean, we don't know the date.
True. What? What is this system? Oh.
Cool, like little, almost tarot card-esque battle system.
But are you like just choosing who to fight on that wall? Like, I was confused about that, like selecting the sister or whatever.
Yeah.
You're acting like, oh! And then you elect her. At Fate's End.
Okay.
All right. Interesting. Cool. That studio is busy as well.
Oh, I missed the date. Did I say 2026?
2026, yeah.
Okay.
This just looks like a Ghostbusters intro. Every time I see this, it's kind of jarring coloring.
Damn it.
Big E Day. I'm curious. This has to be their big holiday game, right? Oh, I'm sorry. This is the original. Okay.
Yeah, this is the other. Yeah.
And this was September.
I was like, that was the cutscene from the original.
Ah, there we go. Don't say the word PlayStation.
Say the word PlayStation. Do it. You won't. Coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Say it.
Think you can still find your way back home?
That's funny. Funny messaging.
Looks like they upgraded.
They were so happy when they had that line.
How's your baby?
Oh, train.
Let's do this.
I am like still a bit confused as like what Xbox Play Anywhere
This is gonna be awesome.
like.
Thank you for speaking the unspoken truth. That's just, hey, you can stream it on your TV or on your phone. I presume that's what that means.
PC or play on your
I see.
August for that one. Okay.
Look, I'm brave. I'll say it.
No, thank you for being the hero we need. I know it means some crap that I'll never use.
World
but
premiere.
let us know in the chat. Do you? Is that a thing for you? Do you care at all about Play Anywhere?
For me, I do because I had to do that for Hyperdeck. So.
Oh. Wait, you care about it because you were forced to develop for it?
Well, no, I wasn't forced development. I actually was like, I want to do Play Anywhere because I'm me, and that's who I am.
I think it's like good for, I don't know, sometimes like streaming is, if you don't have like access to consoles.
Persona 4 remake.
Oh my.
There it is.
Okay, I just stopped myself from swearing again, Ben. Are you?
I'm very pleased. Wow. Teaser trailer. All right, cool.
Okay.
Wow, it felt like...
I know,
Was that climactic enough? All right.
Okay.
I mean, the voice actors kind of leaked it or whatever, but...
The Smugglers League is always there. But you won't see us.
Sea of Thieves expansion?
You won't hear us.
Yeah.
And the only way you'd ever know it is if that's what we wanted. As smugglers, we deal in the goods others are afraid to handle. Guns, explosives.
And don't forget the rum.
It's a life of danger like no other. So I guess my question is, can you handle that?
Getting your hands on gold is one thing, but you should know that this is what we're really after. The bigger the boom,
Aren't all pirates kind of inherently smugglers? It's weird.
I was just thinking this. I was just thinking
to be
this.
adaptable. It's more than moving under moonlight.
It's kind of like their main thing.
Yeah.
They're kind of telling on themselves here that this is only coming to the game now, you know?
I guess.
Stealing, of course, is always an option. Just do whatever it takes to get
But
the job
they're just
done.
pirates that give the goods to other people at the end, and that's what turns you into a smuggler?
Pirates, after all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much, I think.
Yeah, that would probably make sense, right?
Instead of stealing it for yourself. But you can smuggle your own goods too if they're illicit, right?
If they're illicit.
Yeah, well, yeah.
If they're illicit.
Yeah.
Smugglers tied or anti? August. All right.
World premiere.
All right, I was looking at you that time.
That wasn't me that time.
Anna, I'm pretty
Goodness
sure
sake,
if I close my eyes, it sounded exactly like you.
World premiere.
Hello? Invincible or something?
Yep.
Right? Is that what these guys are?
Yep.
Okay. And she's a wrestler, right? Interesting. Jesus Christ.
Seems rough. But he's having a rough day.
Yeah, they're gonna rip his head out. We're gonna see the jaw like Meat Boy.
I hoped you'd understand why I had to do this. Accept our rule or die.
I'd like to propose a third option.
Play anywhere.
I'm not your son anymore.
Dang.
I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good. I trusted you.
Take team fighter? Okay.
Fight.
Interesting. Okay. Because they were just in Mortal Kombat.
This is over.
That's a area.
I wonder who's making it.
Sense.
Let's do this.
Right on. If only this was announced before the Marvel game. You know,
No, I was just thinking that. Like 3v3. This is 4v4.
Yeah, exactly.
I am ending you. I see it all now.
Quarter Up is the developer. Huh. Don't know who that is.
It's almost over.
Remake and Rebirth. Yeah!
Just pounding the table. Yes, I'll be. I just am happy to see Cloud Strife on a stream. I'm not even gonna play this.
It is so silly to be like, this game for 2020. Here you go, Xbox fans. You can finally
I'm
play
reasonably happy.
it. All right. Intergrade. Not
This winter.
Okay, I would hope Rebirth. There we go. Oh, 16. Interesting.
Oh.
Know your place, little lamb. There's no one to save you now.
Cool. When is Intergrade coming to Switch 2? Is that also this winter?
Wait, what?
Final Fantasy 7 is coming to Switch 2, right? They announced it. I just don't know what the date was, but cool.
Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being, but she may yet be saved by you.
16 cool, you guys. 16's cool.
16's
Go!
Cool.
That's
Today.
huge. Did you get into 16, Ana?
I mean, like, I played as much of it as I could. I
Okay.
liked what I played. My issue was I liked what I played. There was a bunch of other stuff to play.
Yeah.
I dipped out for like
World
4
premiere.
days and then,
And then,
Yep, it happens. It happens.
yeah.
the wave of other games has pushed me away.
But I really, really liked like what I played of it.
New Double Fine.
What we got?
It's like Odyssey 2.
We live here now. This is the studio.
No.
Ish. Perfect. Perfect. Yep.
Yeah.
Not what I was expecting.
No, this wasn't what you were imagining in your mind's eye.
You weren't imagining like playing as like a giant
Lighthouse platformer.
Howl's Moving Lighthouse, you know, the classic.
Yeah.
Classic film.
Interesting. This feels like the Lee Petty game, you know, like the art director. Do you... Okay, I was gonna ask, do you jump as a lighthouse? Okay, you do jump as a lighthouse, okay.
Hopefully you light stuff as a lighthouse too, you know?
I hope they thought
That'd
of
be
that.
cool.
I hope
Able
ships...
to guide ships.
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
lighthouse.
They keep coming close to you and you have to scare them away.
Oh, my.
Keeper. Perfect. There you go, Double Fine.
Okay.
Interesting.
And it was later this year. What was the day? Was it October?
Games like
I think
Psychonauts
so,
2
October.
showed how Double Fine
Oh,
excels at
Skinny Phil.
creating
Welcome,
unique
new character.
and innovative experiences, and Keeper is no exception. Looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of
Keeper.
Xbox.
Barely
It's
know
a big
her.
milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Today, you've seen an incredible range of games from creators across the globe.
Return of a classic.
Creators like In Exile, reaching for new heights with Clockwork Revolution.
Since the beginning.
Sluggerfly, making Team Meat's modern classic platformer into 3D. Square
Different
Enix,
studio making that,
bringing
okay.
more of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy franchise to our players. And Team Ninja, returning to the beloved series they debuted on Xbox. You've also seen the next Xbox hardware release, our Xbox Ally handheld, which lets you bring your Xbox experience and your library with you anywhere. I hope you enjoy the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox
one of those
from our
little
partners and our
squishy
own
toys,
creative
just
teams. We're seeing
slowly
more
molds in your
players
hands.
on our platform and in our games than ever, thanks to all of you. We're proud of the creativity that Obsidian is delivering this year. Immediately after Showcase, our Direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at The Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2. Thanks for joining us today. But before we get into the Direct, we have a final world premiere. Enjoy.
It's got to be what he was teasing, right? Halo 1 remake? Again?
Again. Halo 1, the 6th remake.
Probably.
But we swear, this is the best remake this time.
There's a little butterfly on the R.
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me.
Don't.
You already know us as a global tech leader. Our software, our systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives. Your years of service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining
Need the
them.
turtleneck, I think.
The Guild
Yeah, you're
is
right.
safeguarding tomorrow.
Oh, there it is.
Now.
There are the hands.
Yeah.
We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology on a global scale. I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
Not the Matrix. It's not Quantum Break.
Fear is a powerful thing. David Mason.
Is this Call of Duty? I mean, hey, you know, there's something for everybody. All right, sure. God damn it.
This ship is a game that exists in some form now.
It feels so early for one of those reveals.
That was something.
That's unbelievable. Black Ops 7.
We're on 7.
Am I hallucinating? 6 was last year's game? Was that it?
It was definitely reset.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember, like...
It's a reset.
Yeah.
Wait, no, so Black Ops 6 is 2024. All right. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Right, because...
Yeah, that was it. Okay, yeah. Right.
Oh, no.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. We here at the studio have joked around that this has been the year of Obsidian.
Look, no offense to the devs, I just can't believe that I was like on the edge of my seat, like, what is this going to be? What is this going to be?
Yeah.
They got us. They fully got us.
Year for us
They got
by doing what our studio does best, sequels.
That's where I come in. You can get out of here, Fergus. Thank you so much. No, you're doing great. You nailed it.
Sonic the
sequel
Hedgehog
is the lifeblood of every great franchise. Think about it. The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel, that's what makes it worth remembering. No sequel, no hoverboard.
Charles,
no sequel, no
we're
dual
listening on our
SMGs.
conversation.
No sequel, no raccoon tail.
Again,
no
if
sequel,
we just say it.
no Zune 2.
It happens.
Which doesn't really exist, but I wish it had.
There was a Zune 2.
There was a Zune 2. I'm Mark, the head of sequels here at Obsidian, and I have sequelized everything. Blockbuster movies to AAA video games to my first marriage, so trust me, I know what I'm doing. Come along on this journey with me.
Pet Gill's friend, they say Ana in the chat.
Yeah, it's true. Friend of Polygon, R.I.P.
Let the killing commence.
Friendship lives.
Friendship never dies. The power of friendship can do everything, include withstand entities that buy out gaming websites and mismanage them.
Was not expecting celebrity presenter for this. That's a good angle.
It is. Look, I learned a thing or two from Jeff, you know?
1, it's a continuation of the themes of robber barons in space.
I did not know that he was on
How people
this.
are controlled by the stories they're told by the people who have power over them. This time we're able to go a lot deeper because we have more time and money, which is a great thing, and we're able to make it a much more true Obsidian reactive RPG than we were the first time around. So we're going deeper and more complex with everything for this sequel. Deeper story, lore, RPG interactions, reactivity, all the things we've been known for as a company. It's really a complete realization of everything people want from an Obsidian game. Surprisingly, this is the first time in over 25 years that I've had the chance to do a full sequel.
I just have to
for a world
imagine
that
how
I
his
helped
butt feels.
co-create.
And I don't like that.
It's really just a fantastic
I know, I'm
opportunity
imagining
to explore
that.
and expand the universe in interesting
I
ways.
don't like that.
Out
And
of
go
our
even
heads.
further with the themes of how people are affected
probably
by living in a
imagining it now.
dystopian corporate reality.
And they're probably texting
You
their
can
friends,
shoot your way
making them
through it,
imagine
you
how
can
his
talk
butt
your way
feels.
through it, you can sneak your way
and it's
through
just
it.
gonna spread like
And
wildfire.
So,
This is
if
an
it's
awful
the kind
feeling.
of play style that you like, this is just an awesome franchise and an awesome game to jump into, even if it's your first one.
The first Outer Worlds was a great base to start from, as it has all the elements of a great Obsidian RPG. Interesting characters, deep worlds, important choices. In the Outer Worlds 2, not only did we want to double down on those elements, but we wanted to give players even more of it.
We've also put a lot of investment into skills and traits that impact things like combat, conversations, and areas that we call RPG interactions, which are the part of the world where players can use their specific skills, perks, and backgrounds to solve problems in unique ways in our new, bigger worlds.
Yeah, you oil that door.
Man.
I love a deep RPG experience, and building out that RPG crunchiness for our players was at the forefront of what we set out to create. We prioritize those deeper RPG options with different character builds and combos so players can express their role-playing power fantasies. We also have different equipment options for different playstyles and different companions with different abilities. In the first Outer Worlds, you start off as the Stranger, which was basically a blank slate to build on top of with various attribute points that would begin to define your personal experience in the game. You can make any kind of character you want, but we've given you a role. That role is an Earth Directorate agent. You can think of them as kind of like space cowboys or space sky marshals. They're the good guys that go into places and kind of fix everything that's wrong. You're gonna be one of those. But we don't tell you why you joined the art director. There could have been a lot of different reasons, right? It could have been because
Chat's
you're an
asking
actual
if this is
lawbringer
gonna
and you
be
want to go in there
an
and
$80
spread law
game.
throughout the galaxy.
It's a good
It could
question.
be
If
that
it
you're
is like
roused about
Microsoft's
and you just
big
had
holiday
nothing
game,
better
it
to
might
do.
be.
After you pick your
Is it
background, one of the
gonna
really
be on
important choices
Games
you have next
Pass?
is choosing your traits.
Yeah.
While we had attributes
See,
in the
that's
first
how
Outer
they get
Worlds,
away
we
with
leaned into
the
traits for the Outer Worlds too.
$80
Which are these
pricing.
big
You're right,
changes
you're
to your
right.
character
You're
depending
right.
on which
Yeah.
ones you pick.
Nintendo doesn't have that.
So it could be something like Brilliant, where you can tag extra skills and you start getting extra skill points. And that's obviously really great if that's how you want to
And
build
it's
your
just
character.
wild, though,
You can also
watching this,
go
I
and
was
do
just
something
thinking,
like
like,
Lucky, where you get extra critical
these
chance.
games do so
and you also
much.
get a lot of
This is
really
so-
cool options throughout the game
so
as well.
much.
Yeah.
Of course,
So
we
you're
brought
like
back
begging to
dumb,
pay $80? Is that what you're saying?
So players love the dumb option.
No, I'm not begging. No.
Oh, okay.
In this employment economy? Absolutely not. But just more of a.
Quite what I meant, but I like your
I feel stupefied by how complicated and big and how many systems.
Lots
I just
of really cool,
imagine the
fun
sheer amount of work
conversation options
that
in the game, but we took that even further.
goes
And
into
again,
it.
there's lots of
The
elements in the
scale
game
of
where you
this
can
is-
be dumb and use that for something. Could be
like they said,
something
they
as
have
simple
more
as
time and
banging
money.
on a machine to get it to work.
Speaking of more money, yeah, it looks like it's on Steam confirmed
After
as
you've
$80.
invested in some of your traits, your next choices are going to be choosing your skills.
Mario Kart and Outer
Skills
Worlds.
themselves
We always
basically
knew
allow
those were
you
the
to
two
build on
breaking
your
the
playstyle
barriers.
and what your character is doing in the game. That will be
Pioneers.
everything from playing stealthily to speccing for an explosive specialty.
I guess technically they're calling back to an older time when things did cost that. But
Yeah, some things have always cost $80.
yeah.
I mean, it used to be
Throughout
like
your entire
30
journey,
acres of
your
land,
character
and now
continues
it's
to change with the
Outer
different
Worlds
choices
2.
you make. In the Outer Worlds 1 actually had more skills than we have, so we condensed them down to really the core and essence of what we really wanted there. But we made each point that you put into a skill much more impactful. So instead of getting small percentage changes, we actually did much larger changes per point that you put into each skill. And again, all these things, because of how they're checked inside the world itself, can matter quite a bit. You know, just even having one additional skill point in something can open up a lot more options in the world itself. If anybody's played
chat
Fallout New
is
Vegas,
souring
they'll
fast
be
on the
very familiar with like the
$80.
perk
That is-
system. We
Yeah,
basically
what are they
borrowed
saying?
that.
It's a cursed reveal.
But went even
Frankly,
grander. We
Ana,
actually have
they
more
don't like
perks
it.
than Fallout New
Yeah.
Vegas did.
Fair
But
enough.
here's the cool thing,
Fair
right?
enough.
We check in these perks for
Changes,
literally everything,
yeah,
right? So
yeah.
you can do
Especially
everything from,
changing
hey, I
the
want to make a
more
stealthy
expensive
build
direction.
that steals stuff and is really good at that. Okay, great. Well,
like
you can
get
take
Game
maybe
Pass
the
for a month
pickpocketing
and
perk. So
cram through
that's
it
not
and
available
cancel
to
it,
everybody, but
I
if you
guess.
select that, now you can
Yeah,
actually go
but
around
then
and
you don't
steal things
own
out of
it.
people's pockets.
Just no one's ever gonna own a game ever again.
Well,
Sigh, sad sigh.
There's another perk called heavy-handed, right? Where say you're a melee person, what this does is now your power attacks that you use actually knock people down.
Oh man,
This
I really
melee
like
better be
serial
worth
killer perks.
$80.
Now
As
everything
you
has
start
that
killing
stink on
people,
it.
Oh,
Damn it.
drop
no.
hearts.
Damn it.
And you can take
Oh,
those
no.
hearts, and essentially you're taking
Wait, Ben,
these
Charles, where are you on
trophies,
the
could say,
$80
and it's actually giving you a
debate?
permanent health bonus
Con.
every time you do it.
Yeah.
We have
You
this
know,
perk
honestly, it's
called
like, well,
Assassin.
I guess
Now,
it's
this
time
is
for
an
those numbers to
early
go
game
up.
perk that you can take, which every
But then,
time
like,
you
I
use
actually,
stealth
when I
attack an
bought
enemy,
Mario Kart
you're
World
actually
from
going
the
to get
eShop
a movement
the other day,
bonus
it
for
was
a
like,
certain amount of time.
damn, like seeing
Feels
actually,
bad.
it felt
Feels bad,
terrible.
man.
It felt so bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just 20 away from 100, and you're like, what am I doing spending $100 on this,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
Flaws were a system
Yeah.
that everybody loved from the first game, but we wanted to make it more personal to the player. We wanted it to really reflect how you were playing the game and give you a bonus that you actually wanted to really engage with.
With the flaw system returning, we knew we needed to go bigger, better, and more real than ever before. So, we turned to the team. And I told them, no bad ideas. Give me what you got. Okay, we need more flaws.
This is
We need
what
them to be
$80
real. I wanna
buys
Put
us,
them in the
is
game, so give me something.
shorts.
Inspiration. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I have bad knees.
You got bad knees? They hurt when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
No cartilage.
Sounds boring. Makes you sound like a boring person, but it's in the game.
I know it.
It's a good flaw. What about you?
I like to take small things sometimes.
So you're stealing.
No, I'm taking.
When do you give them back?
I don't.
Claire. Yeah, you shouldn't be stealing. What are you doing? You shouldn't be stealing, Claire.
Tiny crimes.
Tiny crimes? Do you hear the second part, though? It's a crime.
Well,
You're stealing. Claire, that's wrong. You can't steal things, okay? But it's an amazing flaw, and I'm putting it in the game. But you're a bad person. And are you the one that took my stapler?
do you need it?
Yeah. Give it back,
Okay.
please. You, what do we got? Flaw.
What's your flaw?
I like to stare at the sun.
How long did you stare at the sun?
Just lunch break.
An hour?
How do you do this on the spot? How do they come with this stuff?
You guys get an hour?
I get an hour. An hour.
Oh. Makes me feel energized.
How many fingers am I hold up?
3?
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game because I feel bad for you. Anything else?
Unfortunately,
one of my favorite flaws is something called bad knees. Will actually give
I love
you the
that those are
option to
actually
take
all
this
literal.
flaw.
Yeah.
My
that'll make
flaw
it
is
so that
playing
you
League of
move
Legends. Do they have
faster
that
throughout
in
the
this
game.
game?
The problem is, anytime you stand up,
RPG
you're
where-
gonna make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is gonna hear you.
Oh my god, that's so gross.
There's one called
That
Kleptomania.
sounds painful.
This is really interesting because what it does is when you steal something, you can actually sell it for more bits than normal. And like that sounds really great. The drawback is sometimes when you're looking at things in the world that are owned by somebody else, you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use them.
Awesome.
One of our more wacky perks is the Sun Gazer Flaw, and it just gives everyone cataracts while playing their game. So everything becomes like light shafts and blooms and hazes, and makes the game pretty unplayable if you happen to choose that.
Awesome, I love it.
If you happen to be the type of player that habitually reloads your
bad
weapons
knees
like
is
I do,
so good.
well, you'll be offered the flaw of over-prepared. Now, you'll get larger magazine
That's kind
sizes
of like,
on
I'm
all of
very
your
curious
weapons,
to see what
but if you ever fully empty your magazine,
like
you're going to take a debuff.
disability advocates would say on like
Well, we support
these things
options
being
like
labeled
being a
as flaws.
gunslinger,
Those
who
like
wants to key into destructive
because like a lot of
weapons,
people have bad eyes. A
or
lot of
rogue
people
who wants
have
to
like
alpha strike their enemies.
Yeah, but I don't think they got bad eyes from staring directly at the sun for a long period of time.
You can be a mad
But I am kind of
scientist
like
who
curious,
utilizes
like it's
gadgets
just
and wacky science weapons and
I
armor.
get it. It's a goofy game.
Right.
Or even
but
a psychopath
I'd be curious to
who
see
gains
what folks have
permanent
to say about
bonuses
it.
to health by murdering their friends.
Nothing shows the impact of these character build options better than, in my opinion, the bridge area, which has a quest you get early on in Paradise Island.
The bridge. I can't believe they didn't show
Not only
Rebirth.
do you kind of
Isn't that
encounter
weird?
this very
That
early
it's
and
just
very
remake?
core ones of the story, but it really expresses our philosophy of
Maybe
allowing the
it's-
player to solve problems
I
in
love how
a
that's what you're
bunch
thinking of
ways.
right now. You're like
So you may solve it by
Man, like a
speech
Rebirth,
options.
like
You may talk to them
That's
and maybe
my
have to go do
flaw.
a quest for them and really kind of prove that you're a friend of the protectorate to
every
get
time
by.
Cloudstrike appears in the game, I start barking like a maniac.
Ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the
You could go guns blazing and you could just take everyone out inside the POI, lower the bridge itself, and kind of get across.
But it's just like easier to make more money if you don't dual release them, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, sure. Stagger
They
them.
just like wait a year,
You could
yeah.
sneak in, lower the bridge, and then actually sneak in under the bridge to get over to the other side.
Probably also a timing thing. Development stuff.
See, I think the Switch 2, they said remakes coming, and then they said eventually
Okay.
the entire trilogy would be coming to Switch 2. I think was their word.
Okay. Word. That's good.
You can
There's a lot of people who
bypass the bridge
will have
entirely if you
Switches that
found
will
like
like that
certain
series.
gadgets, like the shield gadget that protects you from poison gas.
Oh, I guess
as you
remakes
go
out on Switch
across.
2 right now.
Or
Oh,
the double
oh.
jump boots, which
Actually,
kind of allow
hang
you
on.
to jump across the
I
chasm.
gotta get
and
with the
across that
program
way.
here.
It says June 5th,
There's even
but
a
I didn't
really
see it in the
kind of
store.
messed up
I
way,
thought that
right?
would've
Which
stood out
is
for me.
players can actually sacrifice one of
Yeah,
their
I didn't-
companions.
I
The
also
companion
did not see that.
who they just found is part of.
We're no different than the Vrees if we start tossing our own to the rats. I sure as law ain't gonna follow someone who can't see the wrong in it.
I must admit, I'm surprised we could come to an understanding. But I thank you for your loyalty, stranger. As promised, you shall have clearance to cross this bridge.
It's such a fun quest, but again, it really showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to. When you build your character your way, we're there for you. We really want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this.
From the very beginning of our discussions about the Outer Worlds, we really knew we wanted every game to take place in a different colony. This lets
Dang
us
it.
expand on all aspects of the
bring it
universe.
up.
Every colony can be its own
Leonard's
thing
butt.
with its own flavor, and we can center them around anything we want. Any
Veg
ideas or
stuff in
setting we're
there.
interested in. Arcadia is an isolated colony with abundant resources, and it's run by an authoritarian faction called the Protectorate. Their dictatorship is thematically based around the question of how much freedom people will give up for security and luxury. For Protectorate subjects, unfortunately, that answer is everything. The Protectorate is also incredibly wealthy because it was founded by the inventor of the skip drives, which are the Outer World's faster-than-light engines. But those skip drives are starting to cause rifts in space-time, which are cutting off all the other colonies on Earth from being able to trade with each other.
Oh no, technology has environmental consequences.
Is an offshoot of the Order of Scientific Inquiry from the original game, and like them are a science-based religion with the same goal of solving the universal equation, which will allow them to predict and alter the future to the benefit of all mankind. They used to be part of the Protectorate, but they split off to focus on solving the equation for the good of everyone, not as a way to simply control the masses. The player's been sent to Arcadia as an Earth Directorate agent to find out how the skip drives are causing the rifts and what can be done to stop them. Each of the factions have their own solutions to the rift problem and their own goals. The Protectorate wants to close them to protect their legacy as the inventor of the drives and their wealth. The Order wants to close them not only for the good of everyone, but also because they're complicating the math they're using to solve the universal equation. And Antes just wants to be able to open and close them at will to control all the trade routes between the colonies. In addition to expanding the themes and lore of the Outer Worlds, we're also expanding the humor, so each faction has its own flavor of absurdity. Anti's Choice is a merger between Anti-Cleo and Spacer's Choice from the original game, and there are corporate representatives in the Outer Worlds too.
Good.
They've invaded Arcadia to liberate their resources for all of humanity, at a profit, of course.
One of my favorite things from Fallout New Vegas is the radio system. It was just iconic for me, and I wanted to make sure that the Outer Worlds 2 had that. So we actually built out 3 different radio stations, one for each of the major factions. You also have a ton of music. Each station might have, like, I think 20 tracks of unique music that we've made for it. It's a lot of stuff. But the really cool part about this entire thing is that we actually put a lot of reactivity into the radio. So it will respond to the things that are going on around the world that you've been interacting with. So if you go into a location, let's say you solve a problem for the Protectorate folks, if you listen to the Protectorate radio station, they're gonna be cheering you on as a hero.
Wonderful news, everyone. The Zeranium gas leaks at the Automech repair facility, strongly believed to be caused by Anti's Choice malefactors, have been corrected.
Some hotshot for hire just managed to fix the electrum leak in their repair facility. Now, I'm not saying we caused it in the first place, but we sure liked the idea of all those broken auto mechanicals.
I think they have Auntie Annie's in this universe.
Yeah.
The factions and companions are great examples of how we're going deeper and more complex this time around. They're integrated into the game's storyline much more than we did on the first Outer Worlds, and like with everything else in the game, they have a lot more reactivity. There are 6 companions in the Outer Worlds too. As usual, each has their own quest lines, but this time they are also connected to a different faction and have character arcs that the player can affect through their choices. Your first companion is Niles. He's another Earth Directorate agent like you, and he's looking for your help to decide whether he wants to become an even better agent or to turn his back on the Earth Directorate completely. There's also a somewhat cute Automech support drone that is basically Niles' helper. Her name is Val. Marisol's part of the Order of the Ascendant, and she's an aging but still deadly assassin. That's right, she's a deadly mathematician who may or may not have some unfinished business to attend to with the player's help. There's also a cultist named Azza, who is part of a sub-faction that worships the rifts, and in her case, violence in general. You can choose to either turn her away from overt violence or support her chaotic and dangerous tendencies. At one time, Anti's Choice had a program to graft soldiers with animal parts to make them more formidable. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work, and most of them are now dead. There's a combat medic who survived, however, named Inez, and she wants the player to help her fix her graft, among
Those
other
nails
things.
are awesome. Slay mama.
Finally, there's
She's got the little dog
He's a
arm coming
Protector
up her
Arbiter,
shoulder.
who is judge, jury, and executioner all rolled into one heavily armored package. It is your choice to either help him judge wrongdoers or show him what true justice looks like.
We definitely have reactivity in the game based on how you've been treating your companions. I won't reveal the end of the game, but let's say if you have not been treating them well, you will find out at the end of the game what that means.
Companions are a very, very important part of merchandising, because that's the real beauty of the sequel. We're talking merch, baby. It is the lifeblood. It is what fuels us. Do you want to see some of my ideas? Hop, hop. Check this out. Gen Alpha loves body pillows, especially ones that look like human beings for some reason, right? Who needs a significant other when you could have a knife-wielding space psycho up in your sheets, huh? What do they do with them when they get them, huh? Maybe a little napping, maybe a little snuggling, maybe a little nah.
You
The
can't have
visuals
Ben
of
Schwartz on your
the first
Microsoft
Outer
stream
Worlds depicted a
dunking
frontier
on the
colony
idea
in
of
space.
sequels right after you just announced
The
Call
Outer
of Duty
Worlds
Black
2
Ops
is
7.
driven by
It
an
just don't
invasion
work.
of the Arcadia colony
Yeah.
system by Anti's Choice, which shifts the
I was gonna
visuals
say,
to
it's
be
almost
more
like a bit
reminiscent of a World War
too
I
on the
like
nose.
setting in space. That evolution is seen across all
That looks
aspects
awesome.
of the game, starting with the factions. How do you militarize everything, including extreme capitalists or math-crazed scientists? In a World War I setting, war comes with propaganda. The Sovereign uses it to maintain control. Anti's Choice uses it to help their bottom line. The Order just wants to show how it exists within the grand plan. We want players to feel like Arcadia is a living, breathing place scarred by a long-standing war. Fairfield, one of the first towns you encounter, was once under protectorate control, but has recently been
Have
taken
they said
over
if this is
by
day and
Anti's
date
Choice.
PS5?
They don't just occupy the town, they rebrand it with their signature style, repainting
They
buildings,
haven't mentioned
posting
it,
guards,
during
and adding
history.
propaganda-based holograms featuring Anti and the Moon Man.
Might have,
Showing the
maybe
towns
it was in
evolving
a title
after the
card.
invasion
I didn't
helps
see.
us
It
push
looks like it
immersion
is,
for
yeah,
our players.
PS5.
Okay.
One of our
Interesting.
priorities in visually realizing the world of the Outer Worlds 2 was making sure everything is clear and recognizable from the player standpoint. We want to make sure each faction has a particular look and design. So when the player is running across these vast, different environments and landscapes, they're recognizing the motifs and visuals of who they're talking to, what they're going to be talking about, and how that progresses throughout the story. The first Outer Worlds was really about player interfacing with corporations. And while we have that in the Outer Worlds 2, we really want to express not just the corporations, but how the player interacts with other facets of the
weird
world,
those people behind
like
him have to be
government
perfectly
entities
silent.
or religious
And
structures.
it's like, we want to have people there, but we can't have any actual audio. Like,
With larger environments, we wanted to encourage exploration by improving player mobility across the board. Now you can
What do you
run,
think's on that
slide,
arcade cabinet
double
behind
jump,
that?
mantle and parkour your way through
know,
all
I
the
was
nooks and
thinking
crannies
that.
of these worlds.
The-
It really
the-
allows
a
the player to just
programmer at
explore
Obsidian
and have fun
made
finding
Obsidian
really cool
the
stuff.
game, and it's like a Gauntlets clone.
So that's literally
We aim to make everything
what
in
it
the Outer
is?
Worlds 2 better from top
I don't know
to
about
bottom.
that. I don't know the
The
specific shot,
RPG
but it's in
elements
like
from
the
the
lobby,
start,
which is
that's
where they're
touched
filming
our
this.
story, our art,
Yeah.
and especially our gameplay.
Okay.
We did a profile on that game.
A good sequel is
Game Informer
true
on the
to the
YouTube
original.
channel if you wanna see it.
That's first and
Nice.
foremost, right? Like we all want to add in a bunch of things as you're making a sequel, right? We want to make it bigger and better in every way. That's what we were trying to do here. And I thought we did not need this consultant. We've made enough sequels. We understand how to do this. And I will say, I don't think it's been entirely successful.
I am very proud of the combat improvements we have made in the Outer Worlds 2, thanks to my patented combat system. You may be thinking to yourself, it can't be that good. Shush, what are you even talking about? You haven't seen it yet. Watch this. Put a helmet on, because I'm about to blow all of your minds with my COMBAT system, combat system. My name is Mark, I'm the head of sequels. Shall we begin? You're thinking, what's C for? C, capitalize the fact that the people loved the first game. We're gonna take those people, we're gonna make them buy the sequel, giving out pounds, pounds, pounds. Quick ones, ha, ha, not you, Dev. Here we go. What comes after C? O, optimize for player satisfaction. I am terrified of online gamers, okay? I wanna make them happy, so let's, okay? All right. Mobilize the players so they're ready for that sweet pre-order. Clap with me. Sweet. If you don't have rhythm, Brandon, just say it. Sweet pre-order. Everybody has a different rhythm, and it's blowing mine. And here we go. B, burglarize. What is this? It's basically just finding new ways to loot dead bodies. You know what I mean? Right, Otis? Okay, well, it's a big part of the game. A, you gotta agonize about how many people are gonna be angry that we have just put so much combat into this thing and almost no romance at all. We should look at ourselves. What is wrong with us, huh? We can't have one love story in this? How many people have been in love? Raise your hands. Raise your hand if you're in love. Okay, are you lying?
I have a wife.
Put your hand down. T, trois.
So that's their way of
In
confirming
French,
there still isn't
that
romance in
means
the
two.
game.
Sequel.
Odd way of doing
I think
it.
that means 3.
Okay, you're getting ahead of yourself. Come on, Claire. We're on 2. And how do we end it? Anything is possible. And we've established that we're the best there is, and there's no sequel better than us. And if I could just say one more thing, thank you very much. I know I've kind of changed the world of video games today.
For the Outer Worlds 2, we wanted to improve gunplay.
It did feel like
every
the end
way.
of the bit.
We focused on improving the feel of each weapon, the way a weapon snaps into ADS, the way recoil feels when firing, and how impactful our sound effects really sell the weapon's fantasy, to things like how a unique reload animation can add a lot of character to each weapon. We've increased the variety of weapons by including new weapon types, but also through a host of fun and unique weaponry. We have things like the Bourse Blaster that fires out tumors that can explode like grenades.
Perfect.
Or can even be eaten by the player for additional
I've always
health.
wanted to.
We have a
kill
weapon called Rookie's
NPCs
Reward
via
that will actually level up the more you use it throughout the game.
Every
Every
man's
time it levels
fantasy.
up, it's got fun fanfare where it's like shooting out confetti and it's got a fun little setup. We have a really fun weapon called the pop-up gun. It fires out ad drones that will distract your enemies with corporate ads, slogans, and jingles. While your enemies are distracted, you can focus fire on them or explode these drones for additional damage. New to the Outer Worlds 2 are throwables. So you can use frag grenades to flush out enemies, smoke grenades to camouflage and escape, distraction devices to bait enemies into a stealth attack, and even science grenades that will levitate enemies, allowing you to fire upon them while they float helplessly. And of course, science weapons are back. We have returning favorites, like the Shrink Ray. This time it's been upgraded, so you can shrink your enemy down to the size of a scrap and run over them, exploding them into bits.
The Shrink Ray, that was probably my favorite one from the first game, so we brought it into the second game, but we improved it though. So instead of shrinking your enemies for a short period of time and having them re-expand, this time they stay shrunk, and we actually added in the ability to step on them and kind of squish them and kick them, because we knew that that was the player fantasy. We knew that's what everybody wanted to do. They wanted to step on the enemies, they wanted to kick them. So we made sure to double down on that stuff.
In addition to things like our returning favorites, we also have some really fun and unique new science weapons. One of them is called the Armageddon. This one's really cool because it actually shoots out these masses that are like these little arms that will stick to people or cover or all kinds of different things, and they will continue to just hit them until they get destroyed.
Yeah, no thanks. Those look like something else.
Super cool, called the Spectrum Dance Saber. This is a melee weapon that actually lets you attack to a musical beat. And if you continue to do that, you'll actually get additional bonuses each hit you do. One of my personal favorite weapons is called the Big Bang.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Freaking gun. It uses material harvested from rifts to shoot out a giant ball of energy, vaporizing everything in its path. Now, ammo's extremely rare for this weapon, but you can use it in just the right situation to devastating effects.
Like another great one.
There's one thing I know about a weapon. I'm always wondering how I can use it to devastating
opponents as you're walking through combat.
Yeah,
so we even have science armors and like really kind of shown off what we thought was really great for the player from a science perspective.
We're all about letting people play the game their way. There are some players who prefer to be immersed in a first-person view, taking in all of the details. But there are others who really prefer to take the world in from a third-person perspective. Why not allow both?
Huge!
Well, now you can swap between the two, letting you enjoy the experience in whatever way you like. One of the things I really like about having the third-person mode is being able to see all of the fun and unique armors and armor combinations and weapons that you can equip your player with. All of the actions that you could do in first person, so you're double jumping around.
Concerned by the lack of butt on these characters, though.
Like, in the world and
these are
see
massive,
things in a different light.
and then it's like.
And then it's just.
Yeah, I want to be able to see the indent
The Outer
of the
Worlds
table.
2 is really the biggest game we've ever made.
Someone in this universe must have like a butt eliminator.
More weapons, more things to find in each of the worlds the players can visit. The team has done incredible work bringing the Outer Worlds 2 to life.
No,
and we can't wait for you to play it.
This is like
Even though we've
multiple
always been a
PPs
multi-product
now.
studio, this is going to be the first time we've ever released 3 games in
This is
1
kind
year.
of-
It feels
This is
amazing
a
to
lot.
do. We're so excited for more people to be playing our games. It is truly an exciting time here at Obsidian. We're exploring worlds big and small while expanding on franchises that we've created, and we have no plans to slow down. We hope you all continue to come along with
Can't say
us as
that.
we do what we do best,
I know,
make
like-
your worlds your way.
I hope we never slow down.
Number go up all the time.
Boom, 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 boom.
With the Outer Worlds 2, we're all about the best place to play, which is also
Grounded 2. Okay,
the promise of Xbox. You could play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it may be hard to play it when you're staring at all these beautiful holes. Let's cut that. You could play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox. Oh yeah, now that's Microsoft. Or you could take a phone call on this Xbox, then play the Outer Worlds 2 right after. Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Hello? What am I doing? I'm playing the Outer Worlds. Hello? Yeah, this is Mark. I didn't know I had jury duty today. You could play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it takes 2 people to lug around safely. We're gonna go up to my apartment,
We're finally getting
okay?
an explanation
And
of the
this
play
is an
anywhere.
Xbox you actually wear that also plays the Outer Worlds 2. What do you think, Claire?
This is amazing.
Are you playing?
I think so.
Fantastic. So now this is actually not an Xbox, so you cannot play the Outer Worlds 2 on it. Can't play anything
But
on
will
this.
it run Doom?
I guess Bread. You ever play Bread where you take it out of one slot, put it in the other? I don't have friends.
guess
If
you
you
could
pre-order the
theoretically play Doom on a
premium
toaster.
edition now, you'll get early access, which is like a prequel to the sequel, or is launch the sequel to the pre-order, or like, why are any of us alive at any time? It doesn't matter. Either way, my job here is done. It's time for the Grounded 2 portion of the Direct, which is sort of like
$80,
the
baby.
sequel to the Outer Worlds 2 portion of the Direct, which I absolutely just hit a home run with. You know, it's really nice to see my influence
Hold it up
go
and say
onto
this
other
costs
games.
$80.
Take it away, team. And big exit.
Perfect. He did a great job.
He did.
He's going to be annihilated on social media for the $80. Like, I guarantee it that people are going to like attack Ben Schwartz for that for some misguided reason.
His social team's probably prepped, you know.
Yeah.
We're so proud of Grounded. What started as a small passion project to make a quirky game where you're shrunk down to the size of an ant, trying to survive in a backyard, grew into something way bigger than we ever imagined. Over 25 million of you jumped in, explored, built, crafted, and fought off giant bugs together. Y'all helped make the entire experience very special to us. The team's been cooking up a ton for Grounded 2, and we're so excited to talk about it. And to grease some palms to steal a bit of time from the Direct to give you a deeper look. There were so many possibilities and ideas that didn't make it into the first game.
Yeah,
so with the sequel,
we
we
have
enhanced
more
the
time.
dream
We get it. You have money.
To
We
achieve
get
those
it.
dreams, we partnered
have
with
it
the
and you
amazing
want
folks
it.
at Eidos
Message
Montreal.
received.
Together, we're taking Grounded from the
they
backyard
really are
to an even larger world, the Brook
ringing
Hollow
that
Community
bell.
Park.
Show
When
us
we
what's
started
on
working
it, you
Grounded
coward.
2, we knew that we wanted to make a bigger world. Fortunately for us, Eidos Montreal
Chris, I
became
wanna
our
know.
main partner on developing Grounded 2.
Oh,
They
interesting.
have a lot of similarities to the sorts of things that are important to
Eidos
us
Montreal.
at Obsidian. They tend to make very narratively strong games. They make games with really deep characters and great character progression. They make games with great gameplay.
Everyone at Eidos Montreal is thrilled
That
and
is
honored to be
interesting.
working with Obsidian Entertainment. Our two studios
That's my
share
biggest surprise
a
from
lot
SGF.
of
What a
DNA.
weird collaboration.
Same things that are important to Obsidian Entertainment are important to us. Choice and consequences, player communities, and doing justice to great IPs and great franchises. The fact that we're the first partners that they're working with to make a sequel to their franchise feels like we're an important part of their history.
The events of Grounded 2 take place 2 years after the first game. The same 4 teenagers are returning.
So there's Max, Hoops, Willow,
And Pete.
They're a couple years older, which means they've gone through a bit more high school, a bit more mature. It's 1992. The world's a little bit different, but we're still in that fun, nostalgic era of the early 1990s. In Grounded 2, we're moving the action out of the backyard and into the Brook Hollow Community Park. Not only is it bigger, it allows us to tell a lot more stories and expand
Yeah, I was
the
just
world of
thinking
Grounded
about-
by
What's that?
exploring what the community of Brook
It's
Hollow
not
has been up
related
to
at
and
all.
what
I mean,
they've
it's
been through.
related, but not
Park
at all.
overall
Okay.
is about 3 times the size of the
And
backyard.
Pikmin,
our
because I was
initial
thinking about
starting
the
area is
large
actually
calculator,
the
and one of my
same
favorite
size
things
as
about
the
Pikmin is
entire
like you
backyard from
encounter
the first ground.
these large
the reason
objects.
we wanted
Yeah.
to move into a park
But
wasn't
why
just
is
to create a
Olimar and the
bigger world,
Pikmin like
but
proportionally
was to give us
sized to the other fighters in Smash?
opportunity to
Like, shouldn't they
explore
be
the
like
community of Brook
I mean,
Hollow
big?
and what secret
If
have
this
they
is,
been
if we're gonna
hiding?
go down this rabbit hole, because why is Kirby
What we
as
love
big
and what we're excited about in terms of the park
in Smash?
is the
as
opportunity
Ridley
to
and
create
Pikmin are
environments
like,
and
you know,
landmarks
5
that are
foot and 6 foot.
mundane
Yeah.
at normal size.
Yeah,
But are
then
colossal
also
wonders when
Ridley
you're the size
too
of an
big.
ant.
But
But also
Anything
too
from
small.
a giant trash can
Yeah.
to a community picnic
Yeah.
table or a snack bar.
I guess.
Yeah, they should
All
fix
of
that.
these
game.
areas come to life
Patch the
in a
game.
brand new way.
Can't go down this path. This isn't a Nintendo Direct.
no.
What am I
Grounded
even?
too
Oh my
is that
goodness.
the park was evacuated really
I
quickly.
have the green lights
right
for a
before
reason.
our teams were shrunk. And that means that the park has been sort of turned upside down and is in a topsy-turvy state. And that leads to really fun environmental storytelling, but it also leads into the creation of amazing biomes for our characters to explore. One of my favorite examples of this is the ice cream cart. In all of the commotion, the ice cream vendor's cart has been knocked over and its contents have spilled out into the ground. And what this means for our young adventurers is that they'll be able to explore this frozen cave of interesting challenges.
Will they run slower when they're running on
and
the sticky?
colorful, crafting
Or is
horror.
it kind of like ice? It's tough to tell.
That's true. You're slip sliding away.
Yeah.
One anthill that's actually somebody decided to bury a bunch of toxic stuff in the park. And so there's all these toxic chemicals underground. The environment looks very cool and very spooky with all of these sort of chemical pools. And of course, nothing can live down there except for one type of insect, the cockroach. We're oftentimes reinventing environments, and in future updates, you're gonna see a ton of new stuff. You do a lot of fighting against insects of all
progress.
shapes and sizes. We didn't just want it to look better, we also knew we wanted to add a new layer of strategy. The changes that we've made aren't limited to tuning animations,
Assuming
or
there's no
adjusting attack or defense numbers, or
arachnophobia
making
in the-
characters and
They've
insects
gotta have
move
it.
faster or
They've gotta
slower.
have it.
But we
They
did all that
probably
too,
have.
but there's also an entire sort of
They got so much
rock,
press from
paper,
that. That was
scissors
such a huge thing
strategy
for them.
involving light attacks, heavy attacks, and blocking. We've also added dashing as a new way to both get out of danger quickly or jump in for a quick attack. And almost all the insects in the game will have these abilities now too. Sort of like a chess match, but one that's super frenetic, looks super cool, and is ultimately just a ton of fun. We're leaning into clear playstyles for tanky warriors, low defense, high damage rogues, effect-wielding mages, and ranged hunters. In the first Grounded, we have mutations, and there were weapons and armors that favored different playstyles. In Grounded 2, not only will there be passive mutations, but there will also be active mutations. And a lot of those mutations support these archetypes.
My favorite way to play pretty much any game is chasing after those game-breaking builds. And that's why I'm so excited for what we're doing with archetypes in Grounded 2. I'm all in on the rogue. Now, you can even dual-wield daggers. I've been dialing in this glass cannon build that stacks ambush, assassin, and cardiofan mutations with the wolfbane daggers and the wolf spider armor. It lets me open up combat with massive backstab damage that also inflicts venom. Then, I can use the extra stamina to reposition and try to dodge, rinse, and repeat. It's high risk, high reward, and absolute chaos in all the best way. I'm looking forward to seeing what wild combos the community comes up with and what they inevitably break once they get their hands on the archetype system. It's going to be awesome watching it evolve with player feedback and watching us try to keep up with all of your game-breaking builds.
One of the great things about
That's in game
Grounded
preview.
is the variety of players it attracts.
That's game preview, man.
From builders to crafters and everything in between. If you've ever watched me on Casually Grounded livestream, you'd know that I'm neither. I am a murderer of insects. Personally, I prefer the term harvester. I love going out, hitting things, and bringing the materials like insect body parts back to my friends to use. This way, we keep progressing and playing together.
We're also trying to make sure that armor and equipment are easily understood by the player, especially when they're playing co-op with their friends. It was really, really important for us to deliver on all of that for the bigger space and experience, because that was the only way we could truly support the feature the community has been asking for since the very first Grounded release. Mounts.
There we go.
Our mounts, we call them buggies, have an entire suite of moves.
Kinda surprised
and
it wasn't
have
in
their
the
own
first
special
game. I had no
abilities
idea.
and attacks.
We really wanted the buggies to be an extension of the player in every way possible. And that meant making sure that buggies
Sounds like the name
had
of a little
unique
band.
and valuable abilities
The
across
Buggies.
all
God, I
of
hope
them.
they can form a band.
So that doesn't just
The
mean
Buggies.
exploration and travel. That has gameplay implications for combat, crafting, and building as well. Just like how we wanted to expand on player playstyles
Looks cool
throughout
when
the
the
game,
grass is
we're
all
going to make
stacked
sure
up
that,
like that?
every buggy that we add has its own
Every
personality.
buggy that we add.
We respect the
The Red Ant
buggies.
Soldier can
We
enlist up to
respect
2
the
Red
buggies.
Ant workers to follow you around
this
and
is
help
the
you out. If you
Pokemon
get into combat and
befriending
you don't wanna
creature
fight while
game
you're
that I
saddled on your
wanted,
buggy,
huh?
There we go.
You
Yep.
can jump off, and they'll fight right alongside you and provide support.
What if you're not a
Befriend the
bug
buggies.
person?
Orb Weaver buggies
Well,
are a little less
You gotta
useful
become
when it
one,
comes
I'm
to
sorry.
general utility,
Yeah.
like building a base or harvesting. But
It's
they're
time to
awesome when it
expand
comes to
your
combat.
horizons.
Sure, their
Yeah, cover
defenses
yourself
aren't
in
super
bugs, man.
strong, but they're heavy hitters. They're also super fast, and they have some great special abilities, like a scream that allows them to stun lesser-powered insects, and the ability to shoot webs and entangle other creatures. So the Orb Weavers won't be your base-building buggy. You should use the Red Ant Soldier for that. But they're super fun for exploration and combat. Red Ant Soldiers and Orb Weaver Spiders will be available at game preview launch. There will be others in the future, but those are the 2 we're starting with. The connection that our Grounded community has with us is something we want to keep forging with the sequel as we make an even bigger game than the original.
Pretty much from day one, we knew we wanted to return to game preview for Grounded 2. Sure, it comes with some trade-offs, like the game's not done and it's out to the world, but there's so much value in building it alongside the community. Buggies change how you traverse and navigate the park. What we're doing with Grounded 2 is we're actually keeping zip lines held back so we can see how players engage with buggies, and then we can tweak zip lines to bring them back over time to really complement that buggy experience and make exploring the park
got buggies,
I feel like I'm hallucinating right now.
Shaped the original Grounded, and we wanted to shape the design for Brook Hollow Park, archetypes, buggies, all of it. We also learned a lot from that first time around.
It just
One thing
seems
that
like a
stood out
natural thing to
immediately,
just care
players
so much about
blaze through
buggies.
our content.
It's true.
Especially the
It's
story.
true.
Just have
That makes
buggies
sense.
in your
Story,
day-to-day conversation.
characters, world building, that's kind of Obsidian's thing.
It's gonna become my
It's
new
the
like
flavor we bring to the
thing I
survival
just
genre.
say.
So this
Yeah.
time,
Instead of
we're
me,
starting
go
with a
gaga,
much bigger
I just say,
baseline.
There's been
Buggy.
an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony
buggies sure aren't gonna like
commemorating the
this.
2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will.
One of our favorite parts of the first game was watching the community uncover clues and spin up theories. This time around, we're leaning even more into that. And we'll be keeping a close eye on what our players discover.
That's
and how
so
they
interesting.
interpret it.
I feel like
Because
so
you
many
never
game
know what might
developers are
inspire us
leaning
as
into this
development
like
moves forward.
We really started to hit our groove at the
Easter
end
egg
of Grounded 1. We
online
found that being
kinda
open about what we were
Well,
planning
yeah.
and then
Why
following
not?
through was key to building trust with the community. As a small team, we had to experiment with update pacing and scope, and what
Make
we found
those buggies
resonated
cryptic,
the
I
most
say.
with all of you were bigger,
Cryptic
beefier
buggies.
updates, even if it took
What's
us a
what
little longer
timeline
to
are these
land.
buggies in?
So,
No, we already know it's the same. It's
larger,
4 years
more
later or
complete
2 years
updates
later.
spaced out just enough so we can take your feedback seriously and make every drop count.
The
You can
buggy
expect in our
timeline, the
big
unified
updates,
buggy
new
timeline.
buggies, new biomes, new building pieces, all the good stuff.
New buggies.
And we're launching with a public roadmap so everyone knows what to be excited about in the future.
All of us at Obsidian Entertainment and IDOS Montreal are super excited about how close we are to letting all of you players get shrunk a second time and explore the all-new park on buggies in Grounded 2. If you're a returning Grounded player, we're really looking forward to you experiencing all the improvements. If this is your first time getting tiny, then all I can tell you is that a world with an entirely new perspective
weird,
and
'cause
an
their other game
entirely
is
new
shrinking in it
feel
too.
awaits you in Brook Hollow Park. It's time
You
to
think they
ride
consulted
together
each other
and
for that?
survive together.
Yeah, I think probably.
Yeah.
But like, here's how you make it small.
Yeah, they had like the scale on the computer. It's like, so you're saying I just like move this to the lower left?
Yeah, you tweak.
Yeah, just keep going. I know it seems like you're in dangerous territory.
Look,
but you gotta go
I'm
through
no
it.
game developer, but Charles, have you ever considered becoming an exclusive consultant for making things tiny?
Ooh, good market.
Only for buggies.
Yeah, smart.
Only for buggies.
Only for buggies.
Buggy.
There we go, everybody.
That's it. The Buggy Direct is done.
The big Buggy Direct. Okay, back to highlight reel, of course. Back to Mudang.
The sizzle.
All right, everybody, you sizzling out there in chat, or are you mizzling? Give us a scale, 1 out of 10. What'd you think about this whole thing? I thought it was good. I'm trying to, you know, the state of play is easy comparison, right? And it's like probably on that same level in my mind. What about you all? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that it was largely, it was, I think there was a lot of things from, or that like would be interesting to one person. Or something like, oh, this type of person, like,
right.
I know that kind of guy would care about this. There's that guy who kind of care about this. I don't think that there was like extremely mind-blowing stuff.
Silksong on a handheld, like that's something, you know, like that's what it's writing home about. Yeah, Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy, High on Life 2.
30 seconds of Persona 4.
Yeah, that was the weirdest trailer I think here. Super Meat Boy 3D is a really bold announcement. The Clockwork Empire trailer, I thought that looked really good. It wasn't new, but still looked cool. Oh, there are no ghosts at the Grand.
That was
the most intriguing new thing.
Yeah.
Mudang 2 Hearts look cool. Anna's going to get tattooed on her forehead.
We're gonna try it. We're gonna try. Honestly, by the end, I was like, these creatures could be cuter, you know. But I just gotta support it all, you know.
Yep, I get it.
I have to, yeah.
I get it. Invincible Versus. Yep, there we go. Final Fantasy's coming to Final Fantasy, or coming to Xbox finally. Keeper, the new Double Fine game, that looks cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably give the edge to State of Play. Oh, I'm sorry, Black Ops 7. Gotta respect the king, of course.
Oh yeah. At Fate's End.
At Fate's End. Yes. There we go, chat. Thank you so much. We'll be talking more about this on the next episode of the MinnMax Show podcast, where presumably we're gonna have the folks who are out at SGF join us to talk about what they've been playing as well. So that's Kelsey, Jacob, and Janet out there. So stay tuned for that. But this is the last reaction stream from this season. Unless Nintendo, you know, they probably are going to announce a State of Play, or sorry, Nintendo Direct at some point in the near future. So we'll be back there. Unless it's this week, then we could technically count it for SGF coverage. But otherwise, that might be it for this whole season. Thanks everybody for watching and sharing and watching along with us. Greatly appreciate it. Charles, thank you for being here, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
You bet. You want to guide people a certain direction? Your YouTube channel or anything like that?
Sure. Yeah, I guess you can follow me on Blue Sky at charlesamcgregor.com or on YouTube. You can look up my name, Charles McGregor, or just type in at DarkHazeTG.
Awesome. Ana, what do you got going on? Where do you want to bring people?
Oh, you know, I'm unemployed right now, so you can find me on Blue Sky at Pokachi with two E's, not two I's, unlike the Wii. And I'm there. I'm writing and freelancing. And, you know, if you have connect to some work that a Whip Smart Games journalist could do, hit me up. So, yeah, that's where you can find me.
There we go. Links below in the description for everybody. But thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. We'll be back for more coverage of games in the near future. Bye, everybody.